Talking Preps, Fayetteville Volleyball, Jessica Phelan joining us. Welcome, Coach. How are you today?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Kind of a tough start for your team. I know you lost so many talented players off last year's team, had carried the Bulldogs for several years. This is kind of a tough beginning for you guys this year, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't schedule lightly in Fayetteville. I always have been a big believer of scheduling tough non-conference games, and so we've learned a lot the last 2 weeks. I do feel good about like the kids mentality wise. Like we obviously like going 0-4 is tough, but I feel like they've continued to make improvements. They've continued to come to practice, and they're committed to those behaviors that are going to allow them to make growth and progress. And so we're learning our way through it.
You say it's a long season, and it's not really important how you start; it's how you finish, right? And this is going to be a team that's just going to get better and better as the year goes on.
For sure, we're young. We're starting, several sophomores, a couple juniors, and we have a couple seniors out there too. But we lost those key kids that like made the plays at the end of the game. So we're still kind of finding our way through that and figuring out who's going to make that play at 2020 and that kind of thing. So that's a little bit of a growth process for us right now. But like I said, I feel really good about the commitment of the kids in terms of like they want to learn and improve, and that's all you can ask for, which is that they losses aren't necessarily learned from them, and they can come back ready the next day to get better. Then we're in it for the long run, and I do feel like this is a team that will just continue to make steady improvements as the season goes on.
As you lost two All-Americans, how many teams have two All-Americans on one squad? But you did last year. What's the challenge now for you without them, and now you're trying to get new kids into the role? Is this maybe more fun as a coach to have a challenge like that?
In a lot of ways, for sure. I think that, as a coach, one of the things is, ways to put your position to be successful and, finding your way through that. And, I think for us is, the commitment is like, not that any one kid needs to replace those kids. I mean, but if we could all just be collectively a little bit better, and pull a little bit more of the share. And so that, that like collective improvement is something that, as a coach, you're constantly evaluating, and, with, every single kid, and like, it's going to have to be like total team effort. And, so, I mean, that's why, coaching is, such a fun, rewarding profession, is because every year is different. And, every year has its challenges, but the things that stay the same are, are the kids going to commit to those behaviors that are going to allow them to be successful? And, those behaviors translate not just on the volleyball court, but their life. And I think that, 0-4 or 4-0, like, if the kids are, doing those things right, like the success will eventually, follow.
Well, as we take a look at the schedule, courtesy of FHSBulldogs.com, you play tonight, Bishop Kelly, then Rogers, Van Buren, and then you get to see Bishop Kelly again next weekend in a tournament.
Yeah, I think that, our team really, like, we've got a lot of good parts. We need to play volleyball together. And so we have another, tough non-conference game tonight. Bishop Kelly's a perennial power in Oklahoma. And then, we do have two tournaments the next 2 weekends. It'll give us a lot of match experience, playing together and continuing to, figure out rotations and what to do. And, those 2020 game situations. And the more you're in those situations, the more comfortable you are. And so, yeah, I'm excited about, the matches we have coming up.
Well, best of luck. Thank you for taking time to visit with us, and get those Bulldogs on a roll. I know you will.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.